once again. Well, we're nearly at the end of our tape, and we've covered just about all the sizes of sticks that you can find out there, except for the bow. And once again, I'm not going to try to kid you. It takes a lifetime of practice to master the bow. But you know, it never hurts to know a few tricks that sort of put you ahead of where you would have been otherwise. So we're going to talk about those tricks right now. First thing with the bow is this move that's called the crossover move. Now I'm just going to ask you to get your bow or your broomstick, whatever it is that you're using, and try this crossover move. Just roll it off your hip. Use your body, roll it off your hip until you're completely comfortable with it. Then try moving forward and backward with it. Now here's what happens. If you'll set your bow against the holster, say he's attacking with a punch, okay? Crossover moving. See how clean that is? The angle of the move and the angle of the crossover goes to where there are openings on your opponent. Now, you've got to understand that, because this works beautifully almost all the time. He comes in again, the same move. I'm crossing over the other way now. See the difference? I cross over the other way. Now watch, I cross over back. And it goes down to the ground. Now we're doing this carefully so we don't injure one another. But you can practice it at home the same way, being careful. He comes in with an attack, I cross over the other way. Now watch this, crossing back. The first takedown. These are clean tricks. These really work. They generate tremendous leverage against the attacker. Go left, sir. Okay? But they don't always have to be executed in a high fashion. For example, he comes in, he hits me. I shrug. But watch the second move. The second crossover is down low. And the third crossover is up high again, taking him down again. When he's on the ground, I can keep crossing over. And it's all the same move at different levels. Okay, that's the essence of bow striking. So file that away, call that the crossover move, practice it, play with it, take it as far as you can. Okay, second move, circular release. Now you try this. Just copy me right now. Look over my shoulder here as I'm doing this. Right hand forward. See the circle? Try it. And then if you get it on that side, try it on the other side. Okay? Circular release. Circular release. Okay? By the way, I like my bow 6 foot long. I usually use a solid oak bow. I also like coca-cola wood or mahogany. I use a rattan bow on occasion. I seldom use anything else, just so you know. Okay, what does the circular release do? He comes in over the top. I need his bow. Watch. Circular release. Okay, it augments the leverage that you have. I come back. He executes. Circular release. He comes back. Circular release. And you go back into the crossover move off the circular release, combine them together into an effective bow tactic, strategy, and response. This really works. Next is marriage with gravity. He comes in and strikes here. Marriage with gravity means that you use the acceleration of gravity to augment the power of your bow. So you're here, strike, so you're going down. You have tremendous power. Again, you're back into the crossover move. See, it never fails you. It's there all the time. See, bow doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, no martial arts has to be complicated. But the trick is to find simplicity within yourself. Because nobody can give you simplicity. Okay? So those are some of the moves that you can execute with the bow. Empty hand against the bow. He comes in, tries to poke me. This is a release that works with everything. See, when someone's poking at you, at the moment of full extension, their hand relaxes just a bit. Going back a circle. Get from this angle so we have more room. He comes in, he hits it. See, I land. Look at the eagle that we talked about before. Again. He comes in, eagle, lands. Again, crossover move. Crossover move, taking him down, and crossover move up. Can I come back? I'm going to poke at him or stab him. At full extension, he releases. That same move works with the short stick if he grabs the ornate stick. I should say the middle stick. He comes in, released. And it works with other weapons which you can experiment with to find out on your own. Okay, so with the bow, fighting the bow, he comes in. When you fight the bow, empty-handed, you have to fight the person. Okay, because the bow is just too overwhelming from the distance. He goes back, wherever the bow's power is at, you move to where the power doesn't exist. You can control your opponent with the elbows, control the bow with the elbows, doing what you have to do to finish the fight. Okay? Comes in from this side, away from the power, in, take the person down, capture the bow. Okay, so the last trick with the bow is what do you fight when you have an attacker who has the bow, who's coming at you? You fight the attacker. Okay? Because you can go inside the bow. If he swings, if he hits, see I'm in here where there's no power. See? I've got power here. I've got hits, 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 hits. And the bow is pretty much ineffective at this point. Snap. Thank you, sir. Gentlemen, if you all come out here just for a second. We'd all like to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us today. And again, I'm Bill McCabe, Ralph Howard, present this, Alvin Devereaux. Take this stuff, perfect it, make it better than what it is, give it back to us, or pass it on to our students if you see them. We're in this for the long haul. We hope that you are too. And as a final comment, we'd like to make a special dedication on this tape to Sifu Isidro Archibald, who has been our guiding Grand Master of the Gun Fu system. Though some of these techniques are absorbed into our system from other styles, many of the techniques are uniquely those of Isidro Archibald. Many of the ones that you've seen. For example, the handkerchief techniques, the way that we use the handkerchief, some of the moves against the incoming knife, some of the moves that we did with the short stick, those are classic Archibald techniques and are pretty much unique to his creativity and what he gave to the martial arts. So special thanks to him, and also a special thanks to you for joining us today. Keep in touch, and we'll see you down the line.